Hi, today's pie is from Ray's Hot Bread Bakery in Wellington Point. So today I've got a steak of mushroom. Sarah's not having a pie. Reason being, we went out with my cousin last night for dinner, which never turns into a good experience for some of us. Luckily she's given up drinking, so she's just not having a pie because she's full. I'm having a pie because, let's just say, my cousin's a bad influence on me. So let's dig in and see how we go. All right, first impressions. Ooh, flaky looking on the top. Lack of joins in some parts. We have to be careful where we eat that from. Bottom's a little, and the sides are a little bit soft, a bit squishy. Not too bad. All right, let's have a munch. From a pie, I started on the bit that wasn't joined together well, so avoiding that from leaking out. As you'll see on the right-hand side there, big chunk of steak. Not too bad, it's not chewy or anything, it's quite tender. It's been well long cooked. A thick, rich, dark gravy. Something's been mixed in with it. I don't know, Vegemite, Bovril, something like that to give it a bit of flavour. It's quite tasty. Haven't really come across any mushroom yet. There's a bit of onion in it. So let's finish her off. So I'm just finishing her off there, and I'm thinking, there's no mushroom in here, but there is this interesting flavour of some description. I saw this thing stick in my pie, gave it a yank, and there's a big giant piece of bacon sitting in there. Finished my pie. Interesting pie. It was not a steak and mushroom pie. So as a steak and mushroom pie, I give it 1 out of 5. So let's review this as a bacon and steak pie. So pastry on the outside wasn't too bad. It was soft, but there was a little bit of chew to it, which was quite nice. A little bit of flake on top. The bits of the lid that were joined to the base were well sealed. On the inside, look, the flavour was really dominated by the gravy. There was a couple of pieces of steak. They were nicely cooked through, but there was only a couple of pieces, and that one big piece of bacon that was across the top of it. So they've obviously made the bulk of the pie, put the bacon on, put the lid on, rather than chopping it up and mixing it through or anything like that. As I just said before, the flavour was really dominated by the gravy. It was thick, it was quite tasty, it was rich, but the bulk of the pie was gravy at the end of the day. So all in all, I'm going to give this, for a bacon and steak pie, a 3 out of 5. I had some feedback. I have to remember the name, so whoever it was, thank you. But one of the things they asked to include on this was the cost. So the cost of the pie there was $6.50, so about average for a pie in a suburban bakery. So until next time, happy munching.